Alright, cool. What I need most of all right now is immigrants as fast as possible.
Corruption is so rife, Governor, that we have to pay a bribe to find out how much to pay in bribes.
They want me to build a chapel. I've already built one over here, so I suppose I should build another one. If these people want to keep being unemployed, frankly, at this rate, like, that's their choice. Like, there's empty... I'm gonna have to solve that problem later. Because I think that there's housing, you know? I can't exactly do anything about that at this moment. If they want to keep being homeless, that is what it is. The Pirate Cove has been here for a while, and I have very foolishly not done a single heist. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I could just rescue a lot of people. You know, rescue air quotes, I guess. Let's just go ahead and go rescue people, shall we? So that I can get those workers that I need. I don't have any knowledge. I need to go ahead and set that up as well. I am fully stupid. Let me go ahead and put down a library right over here. That way I can start researching various things. I should probably take a quick look at my income. Okay, cool. Everything's been going perfectly fine. No problems at all. In fact, my revenue last month was ridiculously good. I'm assuming that is because of my exports. That is correct. It is because of the rum and the cocoa and everything, really. Everything. Everything is just so fantastic. Yeah. Because of how this archipelago is situated, they really only can attack me from this beak. Because if they were to spawn in on another side of the map, like maybe, no matter where they spawn in from, this is like the closest spawn point. It's far enough away from the land for them to get to any of my buildings. Since I'm not over here or anywhere. So that's good. That'll prevent any issues. Why is the ship over here? That's crazy to me. Why would it spawn all the way over here? It's going all the way around. That takes forever. One thing you can do is like build another dock, which is something I do want to do. Okay. I keep getting these pop-ups, and I think it's time for me to make another Teamster office. Just so that way I don't get these pop-ups anymore. Yeah, this is fine. I could also make a road that cuts straight through here, because it doesn't lower the efficiency too much. And this is just my banana plantation. That would allow the Teamsters to get over here faster. So I could do it like this. There we go. The efficiency is 108%. That's fine. That'll allow faster access around this location with the Teamster office right here. I have got a ridiculous amount of immigrants coming in. Am I almost done with that crown trade route? I'm starting to get worried. I really should just buy more trade licenses since I have money. And then go ahead and do like a really, really quick one. Like gold or something. Here we go. Although my greed makes me want to quickly get another big one. Let's go ahead and like do 700 units of corn. There we go. That shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Where's my corn? Yeah. Look at that. Corn out a lot. You know, there's a lot going out. Everybody loves corn. I certainly do. It's a good industry, you know, the corn industry. All right, what's going on over here? You make a lot of money there. Oh, here we go. All right, I've completed it right away, as you can see. I told you. People are just, they desperately need that corn in their life.
I must say, I'm glad to be still.
There we go. Just destroying them. They're done. Finished. Completely eliminated from existence. Let me take a quick look here. I still don't have any... Right now, I don't have any knowledge. I've got lots saved up, though, from that library. So I could go ahead and get some good stuff here. Yeah. Okay. I will go ahead and start working on church fee. People are going to have to, unfortunately for them, pay to go to church. You know, that's, you're just going to church for free? No. Not going to happen. You're lucky I don't get rid of the churches completely, you know? And I want to make sure that I institute this policy before the religious faction even exists. Maybe they won't notice. Look at that. That last freighter was $25,000. And do you want to know how I can make that even better?
Excuse me, Earlsport. I need a teensy tiny favor.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's fine. Let me quickly make sure that my trade route is... But I've got another one that's like small, a number of stuff. Coffee, there we go. I am producing all of this. This will be even faster. There we go. Now watch this. Watch me make my trade routes even more overpowered. I'll have twice as many trade routes. Twice as many, not trade routes, but twice as many freighters going in and out. And they won't have to sail all the way around It's facing the outside. You can put down as many docks as you want. I mean, at a certain point, just like with Teamsters, you can have too much, and they're just kind of like you're splitting all of your resources between too many docks. But right now, I think it's a perfectly reasonable thing. Especially because it increases the rate at which immigrants come in.
I must say, I'm glad to be still.
Yeah, here we go. Pirates are attacking Tropico. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put another guard tower just like right over here, honestly. That's too far away for this engagement, which keeps being repeated. But if they target this area, then maybe it'll be effective. It doesn't even matter, really. I've got my fort so close by.
It's nice to have choices, isn't it? Choices like
Okay, he wants me to build a coconut harvester. I can do that, I assume. I haven't really expanded very much at all, but I'm gonna have to do it a little bit for this. I could make it over there, but it'd be faster if I just go ahead and do it right over here. The thing about coconuts, though, is that these trees will not be, they will not, like, recover or anything, so they'll just be gone once I've done enough. That'll be constructed immediately. Those guys are on top of it.
I must say, I'm glad to be
Yeah. Excellent. I could just stay in the colonial era forever. Look at how much money I'm making. That's what you might think. But there's one problem with that. I mean, there's no elections or anything like that. Nothing at all. The only thing is that the amount of pirates that are going to start showing up is going to increase very dramatically. You see, I forgot about this task here. You got to be careful about that. If you forget about these tasks, then I will be stuck here forever. Or if I forget about what the crown wants me to do, I will lose the game. Right now, I need to build another chapel. That one is working really hard, but it cannot provide faith to everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and have another one right here, right next to the circus. That's, actually, that might mess up my road connection later. I'll put it across the street. Let's put it across the street from the circus. There we go. Perfect. I always like to put those close by to each other so that people can, you know, quickly get whatever kind of entertainment they need.
Viva la revolución! Together, Governor Ju,
Yeah, that's fine, great. Another thing I need to do is make it on help first, preach later, so that it'll provide a small amount of healthcare happiness.
I need a teensy tiny favor.
Fulfill export trade route, that's fine. Since there's no other healthcare these people will get, they can go complain to the priest about it. About how they don't have any healthcare. Oh, here they come. They're attacking the guard tower, which is super duper convenient for me. Because that way it can join in the fight. And they are not going to be winning this fight anyway. You know what I should stop doing? Forgetting about things like this Pirate Cove with 1 billion raid points. Okay. So this is my favorite world wonder. You can only get 1 world wonder in every era, but in the colonial era, getting the Registan of Samarkand makes it so that way all children automatically gain a high school education. It's really ridiculously overpowered. You're able to basically, like, you'll be looking at children that are like newborn. They will be born, and literally as soon as they exit the birth canal, they will be immediately handed a GED, and they will be ready, okay? And it will be great. I mean, later on, you're just gonna see 6-year-olds that are attending college, and they will be ready to join my R&D department, developing nuclear weapons by the time they are 10. It's gonna be pretty fantastic.
Governor, the people have a request, but for safety reasons, it is a secret request.
I see. Well, you're gonna have to wait for quite a while because my pirates have just left to do something more important than whatever it is you want. Any kind of loot. And also, I don't have any raid points now. Look at that. So you're gonna have to wait for a little bit, aren't you? What's going on with my trade routes? This is the only one I have running. I can quickly... I need to remember to keep on top of that. Here we go. Coffee. Go and sell them coffee. And rum. This should be a big one. A big juicy trade route there. And then... some tobacco. There we go. As long as one of those is not going to take too long. This is gonna be in a hurry. I'll complete that. I have a ridiculous amount of money right now, considering I'm only in the colonial era. And of course, you know, nobody's paying taxes or anything. This is how the government ought to be run. It's just an all export economy. However,
the rich are always looking for a good way to make a quick buck, and they've hit upon the great untaxed opportunity that is Sunday Mass. Charge the punters to go in. When the padres complain, point them to Matthew 22:21 and look smug. The congregation won't be too happy, but who can resist the opportunity to turn profits into profits?
All right, cool. Yeah, Matthew 22:21, just render unto El Presidente. That's what it was. Also, no free lunch. Citizens need to pay $1 whenever they take food from a production or industry building.
It may be a Tropican tradition that all meals are paid for by the state, but traditions can be changed. With this edict, you can make everyone pay to eat, bringing extra cash into the treasury and making those with the means of production awfully chuffed with themselves. On the other hand, the bleeding hearts might be a teensy bit miffed when the poorest folk go to bed hungry, but nobody said life was easy.
All right, cool. You do need to... All of these capitalist edicts are really good. Although you do need to be careful because people who are broke will literally just die. So, you know, if you have to pay for your food and your health care and everything like that, and you can't pay for it, then you will suffer, which is why it's really important that this number does not increase beyond 0. Okay? If it goes up, then we're gonna have problems. Very serious problems. Although, to be fair, it will go down in just like a year, actually. Because, you know, it doesn't take that long for people to starve to death. So, it's a problem that'll solve itself, I guess. I would prefer to keep the population numbers up. You see, they just went down, but, you know, suspiciously right after... Oh, yeah. Oh. All right. You know, you should see that number fluctuating a little bit. It's only natural. after making such dramatic changes to our traditions. Look at these guys. At least they'll be entertained. Okay? That's good.